A customer bought secondhand equipment from me 3 months ago. Just yesterday, exactly 3 months later, I had to haul it back. He lost 800,000 yuan in that short time. Nowadays, if you open a restaurant over 100 square meters, you're almost guaranteed to lose at least 1 million yuan.
Mr. Chang runs a secondhand restaurant equipment recycling business in Shanghai's Baoshan district. He specializes in purchasing kitchen appliances from shuttered eateries, refurbishing them, and reselling to new restaurateurs entering the industry.
Over there, that's equipment from a cake shop. This row is all from noodle or rice noodle restaurants. Here are the induction cookers. And that section is for hot pot. This entire row is ice machines, many used only a month or two. Practically brand new. Take this ice machine, for example. Brand new, it costs 20,000 to 30,000 yuan. Secondhand, it's only 10% to 20% of the original price. This area is filled with the refrigerators of all kinds. Cold prep tables, 4-door, 6-door units. That one's a beverage cooler. In total, there are nearly 280 refrigerators here.
In recent years, the phenomenon of rapid turnover in the food and beverage sector has become increasingly pronounced, with more entrepreneurs venturing into the field. Data indicates that in 2024, approximately 3.6 million new restaurant businesses were registered, while nearly 3 million closed down. Against this backdrop, the secondhand restaurant equipment recycling industry has seen a surge in business.
Our typical model is to buy at 30% of the original price and sell at 50%. After accounting for storage, logistics, and labor, our gross profit is around 10%.
Today, Mr. Chang has just finalized a deal to acquire equipment from a hot pot restaurant and is preparing to dismantle the appliances on site.
Hot pot restaurants have been booming these past couple of years. Beef hot pot, sour soup, fish hot pot, chicken hot pot, you name it. The investment is high and rent has skyrocketed. But the profit margins aren't that great. Hot pot has become one of the toughest segments to succeed in.
蒲老板，马上就到了。货梯在这边吗？就在这里是吧？好嘞，好嘞，好嘞。蒲老板，
还做个抖音。
没有，他是
帮你做抖音宣传的。
对。
自己拍就好。
The hot pot restaurant, owned by Mr. Bu, is located on the 4th floor of a large shopping mall in Baoshan district. This year marks its 10th anniversary, yet it faces the unfortunate reality of closing its doors.
I'm not renewing the lease. Business has been really slow. The downturn started last year, especially after a new mall opened nearby. Foot traffic here just plummeted.
Mr. Bu's establishment was among the first eateries to open in the mall. Over time, all other restaurants from that initial cohort have ceased operations, leaving his as the last remaining.
Over the past year, I've lost about 300,000 to 500,000 yuan. Even with regular operations, the rent and labor costs are pretty steep.
From peak annual profits of 800,000 to 900,000 yuan to current losses of 300,000 to 500,000 yuan, Mr. Bu's journey has been a roller coaster of highs and lows. Such narratives are ones Mr. Chang has witnessed countless times over the past few years.
Many who've seen their large restaurants fail and are low on funds try to make a comeback by opening smaller spots. It's common, partly because they don't want to admit defeat, and partly because they don't know any other trade, so they take another shot. Will they fail again? Maybe. They probably know the odds aren't great, but what else can they do? While they still have some money left, they think about opening a small place, at least to make ends meet. These days, many restaurant owners aren't aiming to get rich. They just want to support their families.
In 2024, China's food and beverage industry underwent an unprecedented shakeout. Despite the total number of restaurant businesses exceeding 16 million, a 7.8% year-on-year increase, the overall dining consumption grew by only 3.2%, significantly lagging behind the rate of new restaurant openings.
One group of newcomers fails and another takes their place. It's an endless cycle. Back in 2018 or 2019, there were about 3 to 5 million restaurants in China. Now, just 5 years later, that number has more than doubled, exceeding 10 million. But our population hasn't grown that much, so the market is oversaturated. This kind of internal competition stems from excess supply.
Amid this transformation, small and medium-sized restaurants faced dual pressures. On one hand, competition from large-scale established brands. On the other, rising operational costs. According to data from the China Cuisine Association, the average profit margin for small and medium-sized restaurant businesses dropped from 8.5% in 2019 to 3.2% in 2024.
我刚刚举例那个亏了80万的店，
Take that restaurant that lost 800,000 yuan as an example. Where did the money go? Around 200,000 plus on renovations, under 100,000 on equipment, that's 300,000. The big one is rent, over 100,000 yuan per month. And landlords now often demand 4 to 5 months up front. That's 500,000 to 600,000. Add that to the 300,000 and you're at 800,000. And that's not even counting staff wages and other expenses. Realistically, it's over $1 million.
In recent years, amid broader economic restructuring, numerous entrepreneurs from sectors like internet technology, finance, and real estate have entered the restaurant industry.
有一些是这个公司倒了，
Some people start restaurants after their companies go under, others after being laid off, and some because they're older and can't stay in their previous jobs. They might have 300,000, 500,000, or even $1 million yuan saved up and decide to start a business. For many, the first thing that comes to mind is opening a restaurant. They won't go into finance, real estate, AI, or robotics. Most people just don't have the skills for that.
Many perceive opening a restaurant as a low-barrier venture. However, the reality is far more complex. Many soon realize that experience from major corporations doesn't necessarily translate to success in the food and beverage sector. Compounding their challenges, they entered during a period of intense industry competition, leading many to exit the market under harsh conditions.
很多人都认为我操，
Many think, I used to manage hundreds of people and made a couple million a year. How hard can running a hot pot place be? They believe they can outdo the competition with some online marketing or a few TikTok videos. But in reality, one after another they fail.
The boom in the secondhand restaurant equipment recycling industry reflects the struggles of these entrepreneurs. Yet, as more players enter this niche, competition intensifies and profit margins have diminished.
最近2年这个行业也开始
In the past couple of years, this industry has become highly competitive. Last year, when I spoke with Mr. Go, he mentioned that his gross profit margin had dropped to 30%. After deducting other costs, his net profit was probably just in the teens.
Professionals like Mr. Chiang traverse every corner of the city daily, bearing witness to the rise and fall of countless establishments and the dreams of wealth that ignite and extinguish with them.
我现在看到这么多的倒闭的餐饮店，
Seeing so many restaurants close isn't something I take pleasure in. It's not like I think, great, more business for me. I've experienced business failure myself. So when I see a restaurant owner shutting down, I genuinely sympathize and can relate to their situation. When a business fails, it can lead to broken families. The more failures I witness, the more I respect these restaurateurs. They truly deserve admiration.